Welcome to Indian Union News. Our guest today is Scott Galvin, 7th-term mayor of city of Woburn. Also, he's running for re-election. He is in our studio today, and we are going to talk to him about why Indians Americans should vote for him. And he is here to make an appeal to the Indian American community whose population is growing in Woburn to support Mayor Galvin. Welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time, taking time from your busy schedule for the elections to come here.
Yeah.
Elections are on November 7th and Tuesday.
November 7th.
November 7th. Excellent. And this is, if you win, you're going to be the 8th term, right?
This will be my 8th. I'm finishing up my 7th term, which is the longest. I'm the longest serving mayor in the city of Woburn.
Excellent. So I have a lot of questions, but the first question, which is really a burning topic in the Indian American community, is that recently, over the last 5-6 months, there have been so many robberies of Indian and South Asian households across Greater Boston. So my question to you is, are you aware of this issue? And if something happens in your town, how you plan to deal with this?
I am aware of it, and public safety is an important. It's an important service in every city. Woburn's very focused on public safety. We have a great police department we're led by a strong police chief, Chief Robert Rufo, and I work with him on a regular basis. Again, with any group that's experiencing violence, particularly as
it's a very targeted violence because they're identifying a certain type of households and just going after them. Yeah.
That's something we would take very seriously because, as we mentioned earlier, we have a very growing and diverse community, and a big part of that diversity is the Indian population.
Yes,
and they're a strong contributor to our community, and it's what's make our community strong. So my first step would be to urge any Indians in the community, if they wanted to get together with me, we could meet at my office and take a proactive approach just to be ready for something like this and maybe make recommendations to the Indian population on how they should be prepared if something like this were to happen. So we take a proactive approach. I'd urge any of the Indians in the community, if they do want to get together, to call my office, and we'll set up that appointment.
Excellent. And also the Indian population is really growing in Woburn because, again, it's a strategic location between 93 and 95 there.
Yeah.
And a lot of Indian-owned businesses also are in that area.
Some excellent ones. We just recently had a very big supermarket open up, and I know it's popular with Indians in the whole community.
Sure.
We have the Sat Science Center, which is the house of worship, which is well attended. And like I said, we have a diverse community, and when different groups come forward, we embrace them. In fact, the past 3 years, we've had a celebration on Indian Independence Day where we raise the flag.
Oh, excellent!
Right in the downtown, leave it up for a week, and it's gone over very well with the Indian community. So I'm proud of the diversity in the city, and particularly with the Indian population, which has made great contributions to our city.
Okay. So now, of course, you answered some of my questions, but still I'm going to ask you is why should they vote for you?
Like any resident in the city of Woburn, I have a strong track record. I've been mayor for 7 years, and I've done a lot of good things. We made major investments in the community, and I like to say we make investments that make Woburn a better place to live, raise a family, work, and retire. And you can see it in the infrastructure improvements. We built new schools. We built a brand new library, built a beautiful fire station recently, $23 million fire station. And we continue to invest in our parks, playgrounds, open space, which people like for walking and recreation. And we continue to pave our roads. We continue to invest in our water system. So, like I say, it's been an ongoing process. And for any resident, I've been doing the right things to make Woburn a better place. And we work collaboratively with our department heads. We mentioned the police department, fire department, my financial department.
On the finance, I wanted to say that I just read that under your leadership, the AAA bond rating is incredible achievement.
It's a great achievement.
So when did it happen, and how did you accomplish that?
So it's been like I said, you don't just say, hey, we want to be a AAA bond rating. You have to do the things that Standard & Poor recognizes in a strong, financially sound community. And we've focused on our budgeting. We're very conservative with our budgeting. We do these things that on a daily basis, checking our budget to make sure it's fiscally sound, that we're not overspending in the budget, that we're conservatively estimating our revenues. And it's been something that you have to work, again, collaboratively with your financial department. That's what we do. So we know we don't operate in a silo. We work together, and we make sure that we're meeting on a weekly basis to talk about how our finances are. And when I became mayor, we were a single A rated.
Oh, single A to triple A. That's excellent.
So we raised it by 2 notches. It's the highest rating you can get, and it really pays dividends for a number of reasons. Of course, when you're going out to borrow, it's like a credit rating. So we just completed it.
And what is the population of Woburn right now?
42,000.
42,000. That's a big city.
Yeah, it's a medium-sized city, but like I was saying, we built the fire station, $23 million. Our interest rate on the borrowing was about just under 0.7%, which again is an incredible interest rate.
Sure. So now another one very important issue for the Indian Americans, or for anybody, is the school system.
Right.
And so tell us a little bit about your school system.
Yeah, we have a school system. We have about 4,300 children spread across a number of different elementary schools. And Woburn has invested strongly in both the education and the physical structures that school the children. We built five new elementary schools. The most recent one was finished in 2018, the Earl Wyman School, about slightly over $30 million. But we built 5 new elementary schools, a brand new high school, and strong commitment to the learning environment. Also, with regard to, when you talk about schools, it's important that also you fund the educational needs of our students. And we've got a strong per pupil spending. We spend about $20,000 per pupil, which is it's a
20,000 per
20,000 per student.
20,000. Yeah.
And you compare it to the communities around us, and we're well above most of the communities around us. I would say Lexington is slightly higher than us. Burlington is slightly higher. But when you look at all the other communities that are contiguous to us, we're well above them on that funding.
Excellent. Now I wanted to look at the camera and tell our viewers that why they should vote for you.
Again, when we talked earlier, it's Woburn's a great city, and I've been mayor for 14 years, and we have invested in our infrastructure, and a lot of those things that I said make Woburn a great place to live, to raise a family, to work, and to retire. We've made investments in new schools. We've made investments in a beautiful library, our public safety infrastructure. We just built a brand new fire station for $23 million. We continue to invest in our parks, purchasing open space, invest in our roads, our water system. It's something that we do, and it's paid dividends. And as I said, we have a great community, and the Indian population is a growing population. And in Woburn, we embrace the diversity and recognize the commitments of all different nationalities. And the Indian population, like I said, they've done a lot of great things. They've opened up businesses in our city. They have the Satsang Center, and we'd like to continue that.
Excellent. Scott, thank you so much for your time, and all the best for Tuesday.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Excellent.